All right, y'all, we're back with our second breaking news video on this. This is incredible. This is incredible. What is happening, bro? What is happening? It's all coming to fruition. It's all coming to a head right now. This is incredible. So we just recorded a breaking news video about how Elon Musk and Trump are not only going at it now, but the stakes are raised. It got super spicy. It got super personal. You have Elon pretending it's about the big, beautiful bill, and he calls it the big, ugly bill. He's saying that, oh, it adds so much to the debt and the deficit that this is unacceptable, and that's why I'm crusading against it. The reality is he's crusading against it because he was supposed to get some goodies in that bill with EV credits. Trump pulled the EV credits, so Elon was pissed about that. Trump also pulled Elon's lackey pick for the head of NASA. Trump pulled that guy as well. That pissed off Elon. So basically what this led to is a total fallout. So you have Elon Musk out there going after Trump now pretty aggressively. Trump was asked about it in the White House today. He responded. He said, maybe Elon has Trump derangement syndrome. Maybe he had Trump derangement syndrome. He's going a little crazy. Elon's going crazy. And so, you know, we just covered the early part of the back and forth in our breaking news video in the car, but now I have an incredible update for you, y'all. Oh my God, this is great. So what I'm about to share with you, the thing Trump says is true, okay? Keep that in mind. But then Elon's response is also true, and it's all glorious. So Trump says, Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted, that he knew for months I was going to do, and he just went crazy. Then he says, the easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's government subsidies and contracts. I was always surprised that Biden didn't do it. So the reason why that's so devastating is this is him basically, you know, threatening mafia style, like, hey, it'd be a shame if I cut off all of the federal money you get, isn't it? Wouldn't that be a shame? Wouldn't that be a shame if the $8 million a day in tax money you get, if that went away? If the $38 billion you got in total from the government, if that went away? If you never get another penny of federal tax money again? Wouldn't that be a shame? That's his way of being like, if you don't shut the fuck up immediately, you're donezo, son. You're done. You're never going to see another subsidy ever again in your life, you bitch. That's what Trump is saying there. Now, I love that. Elon should not be getting $8 million a day in tax money. He should have never got $38 billion. I mean, this is a guy, the last 3 starships exploded. Okay? The last 3 starships exploded. He's a perpetual liar. He's been lying about self-driving vehicles for damn near a decade now. He's the king of scams. The number of times he's done vaporware, I literally have lost fucking count of the number of times he's done vaporware. Anything he's done that has worked has nothing to do with him. He's a branding master. He's a marketing master. He's not, you know, the engineer who gave us Starlink, right? He's not the engineer who gave us the Teslas that everybody used to like, that now they despise because Elon is basically aligned with Nazis, and so they lost their liberal base that used to buy those cars, right? So if Trump actually follows through on cutting off all of Elon's government money, that is fucking awesome. He deserves it. Elon deserves it. In fact, that's the least that he deserves. What he actually deserves is to have all of his companies investigated. He deserves to be in prison for the various crimes he's committed, including the illegal and unconstitutional DOGE cuts, which went after stuff like pediatric cancer research and Meals on Wheels and flight safety officials and nuclear safety officials and the Department of Education and every single fucking thing you can think of that they destroyed. Again, totally illegally. So we get that from Trump. Banger. Banger. Do it. Do it, Don. Cut off all of his money immediately. Do it. Show him you don't mess with the big guy. Do it. All right, but I got one more for you. So then Elon, this is after Trump says that. Here's what Elon says. Time to drop the really big truth bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, Donald J. Trump. Oh. So as I said, Trump is right to say, maybe I'll cut off all the money you get. That's the easiest way to save money. I'll cut off all your money. I love that. I hope he does it. But on this point, Elon's 100% correct. I mean, this is literally just factually correct. But here's the thing. Oh, it took you until now? You were snuggling up to the Epstein buddy, but it took you until now, when you have a different disagreement, to finally admit, oh, would you look at that? It turns out he was best friends for a decade with the CEO of Elite Pedo Sex Crimes Incorporated. It took you all the way until... So in other words, yet again, guys, this is total validation that the left is right, and we've always been right. We've always been right. Just like Elon came out and said, Donald Trump wouldn't have won the election without me. The Democrats would have the House, the Democrats would have the Senate, the Democrats would have the White House. Elon came out and said that. That's factually correct. But that is him admitting the criticism from the left that billionaires and democracy can't coexist. That is true. So yet again, the left is correct. Billionaires and democracy can't coexist. He's bragging about the corruption of buying an election. Well, here he is saying, I was just best friends with Epstein's buddy and working with him day in, day out. What an amazing admission. So yet again, we were correct. By the way, we were like one of only a handful of people who were willing to talk about the truth in regards to Trump and Epstein. Everybody on the right who pretended to be obsessed with that issue, they would shove their head in the sand. Immediately, Donald Trump's name would come up. Well, guess what? We have Jeffrey Epstein on literal audio tape saying, I was best friends with Trump for a decade, and he knew the intimate, detailed internal workings of Trump's first administration. He had secrets nobody else had. He had a line into that first administration that nobody else had. So he's best friends with him for a decade. He knows all these internal secrets. Gee, that's kind of weird, isn't it? That's kind of suspect, isn't it? We also learned the first time Trump and Melania had sex, it was on Jeffrey Epstein's pedo plane. Yes, it was on the Lolita Express, the first time Trump and Melania had sex. We also learned that Trump is a fucking scoundrel, and he would like to blackmail his friends into letting him fuck their wives. He would cuck his best friends and use blackmail to get them to that point. This is what we know. Never mind the fucking shit. I lost count. Do yourself a favor. Ask Grok or ask fucking ChatGPT. How many sexual allegations are there against Donald Trump? I think it's in the 30s. 30 plus different allegations. Okay, who are we kidding? The guy, the New York real estate billionaire with fucking mafia connections, who there's video of him hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein at Mar-a-Lago, dancing together, pointing at young girls, going, she's hot, isn't she hot? I think she's hot. Of course he's on the fucking Epstein list. Of course, it's been so obvious for so long, but all the right-wingers who pretend to be obsessed with this issue refuse to see it, and refuse to be honest, and refuse to tell the truth. Well, now Elon Musk is finally telling the truth. At a fucking mighty convenient time, might I add, right? Like, you should have been saying this from day one. You should have refused to fucking work with him. But the other fact of the matter is, there's a picture of Elon Musk with Ghislaine Maxwell. You think he doesn't have some shady-ass connections, too? Trump was also buddy-buddy with Diddy, who's on trial right now. But so is Elon Musk, okay? You think there aren't skeletons in his fucking closet? Of course there are. Horrible, horrible skeletons in his closet. And by the way, I think the reason why we're getting all these banger tweets today and this awesome fight today, I guarantee you that in the 20-drug cocktail that Elon Musk takes on a daily basis, he took way more uppers today than downers. I guess he was low on ketamine, and so he upped the Adderall. And then this was the result. If you get the wrong mix of shrooms and ecstasy and Adderall and ketamine, which, by the way, I'm not kidding, he literally does these things every day, according to reporting that just came out from the New York Times. If you take the wrong mix of that, you could be in a shitty-ass mood and have way too much energy. And here we are, Elon Musk, torching everything in sight. His businesses are cooked, son. He was reliant on government money, and now hopefully that government money's going away. I hope Trump follows through with that. I really do. And by the way, Democrats, don't you dare fucking welcome this guy back onto the Democratic side. Don't you dare do it. Don't do it. He's a criminal and he belongs in prison for all the lies. 300,000 people are already dead because of the U.S. aid cuts. No more malaria medication, HIV medication, AIDS medication. When all said and done, it's going to be over 5 million people who are killed directly because of his illegal actions. The cuts to pediatric cancer research, like I already told you about, the cuts to Meals on Wheels. This guy belongs in prison. And don't you dare welcome him back. But you can certainly use his stories. You can certainly cheer on the blood sports that we're watching right now. So banger from Trump, cut off that money. I love it. You should do that today. You should do it as soon as possible. But also, low-key, banger from Elon, he's 100% correct. The reason that they didn't drop the Epstein files, you remember this whole thing? They invited like all these right-wing influencers to the White House and they gave them these binders and it said the Epstein files on it, and then they opened it and started sharing it. But everybody got pissed off. Why? Because the Epstein files that they were pretending to release were actually a decade old. It was the black book that Gawker had released. And the Trump regime just grabbed that, put it in a binder, gave it to these right-wing assholes to spread, but they also further redacted it. So it wasn't even the full, like, we had learned more from the Gawker leaks, and they redacted a bunch of it in the fake Epstein leaks. Why do you think Trump did that? Why do you think fucking Dan Bongino and Kash Patel are out there like, bro, Epstein? I don't even know what you're talking about, bro. He actually killed himself. There's video of it and stuff. There's video of it. Well, where has it been all this time? Weird that the same week that we just figured out that AI video looks as real video, that's the week that you tell me, oh yeah, we have video of Epstein killing himself. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Trump is definitely on the Epstein list. We have Epstein on audio tape saying I was best friends with him for a decade. And everybody on the right buried their head in the sand and acted like that didn't happen. They pretended that the tape doesn't exist. And by the way, nobody on the Democratic side even brought up those tapes. The week before the fucking election, when you could have gone ham on that, bro. It's like they were trying to lose. So here we go. The second breaking news video on the same topic. Within like a 2 or 3 hour time frame. I hope I don't have to come back and give you more. Actually, wrong. I do hope I have to come back and give you more, because I hope they keep escalating and escalating and escalating. I know Trump's got a banger up his sleeve. He's going to tell the most embarrassing ass story about Elon Musk. It is going to be glorious. I cannot wait for that.